The international break is now over and we are now back to the club football that we love, that we crave. And what better way to get back into club football than with the Carling Black Label Knockout Cup, a cup that is currently held by Stellenbosch FC and a cup that maybe Coach Jose Rivero is going to be looking out for. This, of course, is Overthinking the Odds, and I am your host, George Mokwena. Join me as I take you through some of the information for each of the matches, give you some of the predictions, tell you what the bookies are saying. Now remember, these are my predictions, not our predictions. So if you lose any money, it's got nothing to do with me, but if you win, let's get into it. First things first, the holders, Stellenbosch FC, take on a new look AmaZulu team. An AmaZulu team that got rid of Pablo Franco Martin and has brought in Coach Kanu, Coach Vilakazi, and also Coach Atazwani to be the new heads of that team. AmaZulu's record of 4 losses in their last 5 games is part of the reason why Pablo Franco Martin was moved on. And their last game out was a 1-0 loss to a Gallants team. This AmaZulu is sitting dead last in the log, and they face the Stellies team that is sitting number 8 in the log. And in their last 5 games, they've lost 2, drawn 2, and won only 1 game. The last game out was the 3-1 loss versus Pirates in the MTN 8 Cup final. So you know they're going to be coming out to try win this game with everything they have, seeing as it is their trophy. The last time these two met was on the 8th of May 2024 when they drew 0-0. And overall, in their last 5 games that they've played together, AmaZulu has 1 win, there's been 2 draws, and Stellenbosch has beaten AmaZulu twice. The bookies are saying that this is going to be a Stellenbosch win, and I agree. I think Stellenbosch is going to win this game 2-0. Sorry to interrupt this video, but I need a little bit of your help. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can probably see my subscribe account. And if you can, I'd be very grateful if you would subscribe. That is actually the best way to support this channel, because the bigger that number is, the better it looks to potential guests and other brands and companies that I will approach for sponsorship. It may seem like a very small thing to ask for, but it actually helps with all of this. Thank you very much. Let's get back to the video. Next game is Coach Puti Mohafe and his Polokwane City team taking on Coach Dan Dance and Marumo Gallants. Coach Dan Dance has not had the best of times with his opening games. In the last 5 games, Gallants has lost 3 and only won 2. Their last game out though was a little bit of a bright side when they managed to beat the AmaZulu on the 28th of September. And that win takes them from the bottom of the log to number 14. Whereas Polokwane City is sitting number 5 in the log, and their last game was a 1-1 draw versus Stellenbosch on the 29th of September. These two teams have only met 3 times, and the last time out was the 29th of January, where Gallants beat Polokwane City 2-1. The overall record in the 3 games is 1 win apiece and a draw, which leads me to believe, like the bookies, that Polokwane City is going to win this game, but it's going to be closer than we think. I'm going for a 2-1 win for Polokwane City. The Cup Kings of South African football, Orlando Pirates, fresh off of winning the MTN 8, take on the newcomers in the league in Clinton Larson's Makesi team. Makesi are sitting 12th in the log, and the last time we saw them was a 0-0 draw with Royal AM on the 28th of September. Their record has 2 draws, 2 losses, and 1 win in their last 5 games. Whereas the team they're playing against has a flawless record so far, unbeaten in all the games they've played up to this point, and in their last 5 games, it's just been wins. Last time out was beating Stellenbosch 3-1 in the MTN 8 final. These two teams don't necessarily have a history, so I'm going to go with my gut feeling and with the bookies. I think Orlando Pirates is going to steamroll Imakesi and win 3-0. Mamelodi Sundowns' technical team, headed by Coach Manqoba Mngqithi and supported by Romain Foltz and Steve Kompela, will go and take on Golden Arrows, who lost Steve Kompela to Sundowns last season. Head coach Mabuti Kanyeza will be looking to try to do a little bit better this season because he has the distinct honor of having a 7 match losing streak last season. But he's done a little bit better this season, sitting at number 7 and having 3 wins and 2 losses on their record. The last time these two teams met was the 8th of May 2024, where Arrows and Sundowns drew 0-0. This, of course, is a new look Mamelodi Sundowns, because back then it was Rulani. Now it is a more attacking Mamelodi Sundowns with a little bit more bite. So I think, as the bookies do, that Mamelodi Sundowns is going to win this game, and they're going to win it 2-0. Oh, the champions of the Kufa Cup, Kaizer Chiefs, are going to be taking on a former coach of theirs in Gavin and his SuperSport team. SuperSport are currently sitting 13th in the league with only 1 win and 1 draw in their 4 games. In the last 5, they have 3 losses, 1 win and 1 draw, with their last game out being a 1-0 loss to Cape Town City. Kaizer Chiefs, on the other hand, is riding high on this new Coach Nabi system that has been brought in. Coach Nabi, in his first few games, has looked impressive. Number 6 in the log with 2 wins and 1 loss, and a brand new assistant coach. Somebody that has worked with Nabi before, so that only makes them stronger. These two teams last met on the 27th of April 2024, where Kaizer Chiefs managed to beat the SuperSport 2-1. But in the last 5 games that they've played against each other, SuperSport has the edge with 3 wins over Kaizer Chiefs' 2. A big point in this game is that SuperSport is going to be missing out on their striker extraordinaire Bradley Grobler. But maybe we could see Ukoko Tapiano make his SuperSport debut against one of his former teams, which can be interesting, but I still give the momentum to Kaizer Chiefs, and I think this game is going to be won by Chiefs 2-1. Royal Limpisane is doing relatively similar to what they normally do. 4 draws and a win out of their last 4 games. Last game out being a 0-0 draw versus Imakesi away. They currently sit number 9 on the log, 4 games played with 4 draws. Cape Town City, on the other hand, is a team with so much potential that we've been waiting to come out of the shadows. They have 1 win, 2 losses and 2 draws on their record in the last 5 games. Luckily for them, their last game out was a 1-0 win versus SuperSport, and they are sitting number 11 in the league with 1 win, 1 draw and 1 loss to their names. Last time these two teams met was the 14th of September, where they drew 1-1. Similarly, they share the spoils in their last 5 games with 2 wins apiece and 1 draw. The bookies are leaning a little bit to Cape Town City, and I am going to go with them and say Cape Town City is going to win this game 1-0. Once touted as one of the best coaches in the league and even wanted all the way in Morocco, Sid Ramovic has struggled this season to get his TS Galaxy team into line. They currently sit 15th on the log, and from their 3 games, they've lost all 3. Last 5 games have been just losses, so that has to ring some alarms over at TS Galaxy. They take on a resurgent Chippa United team coached by Kwanele Kopo, supported by Thabo September, who has been a really good addition to that team. 2 wins, 2 losses and 1 draw in their last 5 games, and sitting number 4 on the log with 2 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss. It's looking like this might be Chippa United's up year, and history backs them. The last time these two met was actually really recent, the 29th of September, where Chippa managed to beat ETS Galaxy 2-1. Overall, they've both got 2 wins and 1 draw in their last 5 games against each other. I'm going to go with the bookies on this one, and I'm going to go with history. TS Galaxy is going to lose to Chippa United 2-1. Relegation survivors Richards Bay have come back a little bit stronger this season under coach Brakis. They're sitting number 10 in the log, and in their 4 games they've won 1, drawn 1 and lost 2 games up to this point. They take on a high-riding Sekhukhune team that tasted a little bit of Africa in the preliminary rounds for the CAF Confed, but just couldn't make it out. They are looking to keep that form that they have on, as they're sitting number 3 in the league, with Coach Siama's men having 2 wins and 1 draw so far in the season. The last time these two met was on the 17th of February, where Sekhukhune claimed a 3-1 win over Richards Bay. When you look at the overall play that they've had against each other in the last 5 games, Richards Bay has lost 1, there's been 2 draws, and Sekhukhune are slightly better in that they've got 2 wins to their name in that tie. I believe it's not going to be 3-1. It's going to be a similar margin. I think they're going to win 2-0 versus Richards Bay. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll see you on the next one.